Welcome to HavenShine Reviews. It is that time again, coming off our best episode since we returned, and we got a good one for you today. We got Vacation Friends with John Cena and Lil Rel. What is his name? Howery. We got that one, and we have the top 5 vacation movies of all time. Will that one make the list? You will have to wait and see. So, first thing first is one day left to try to win this puppy. It's a John Wick Beat Sprite. All you have to do is sub on Twitch. For every sub that you get, you have an entry, and then you can win that one. And that's pretty nice. John Wick. Who doesn't want Keanu Reeves? I mean, come on, really. So you can win that. For every sub that is entered, you get a chance to win it. So please, by all means, get your subs in, because tomorrow, choosing a winner and we'll announce it on Pop Ascension. So do that. In case you don't know, I am Ron. This is HavenShine Reviews, and we are about to do Vacation Friends and the top 5 vacation movies of all time. So let's jump right into it. Vacation Friends stars Lil Rel Howery, Yvonne. Now, I don't know how to say her name, but it's spelled Orgy. Orji. It could be Orhi or Orgy, but we'll leave it at that. Also, John Cena, of course, and Meredith Hagner. Now, in case you're unfamiliar with our rating process, there's 10 categories, 1 to 10 for each category, best of 100. So the categories are actor believability, which is all about the main characters, supporting cast, screenwriting, storyline, production, music and sound, the background, where it's taking place, does it look authentic, do the costumes and all the stuff that they're using all fit that area, entertainment factor, were you entertained in the movie? Then the ending, because we all know that a lot of movies have sucky endings, and that is not good when it ruins the whole movie. The Happening, uh, any M. Night Shyamalan movie, you just watch it, you go, you see it. When there's 10 minutes left in the movie, get up and walk out, because the next 10 minutes, the last 10, will ruin the movie for you. So listen to what I say. I've been disappointed many times at the end. And then, of course, the watchability. Can you watch this movie again and again and again, again? So, like Jaws, I've seen a million times, literally a million times. Watchability 10, Okay. All right, so let's jump in. Vacation Friends, actor believability. I don't know what it was with Howery and Orgy. uh, I had a tough time really placing them together, and there was just something off, and I don't know if it was more her or him. I'm guessing it's Lil Rel, because there's something I just didn't see him in that role, and for the actor's believability, I only gave it a 6. Now, when you talk about the the supporting cast, I gave the supporting cast an 8.5, and I'll tell you why. First, I don't like John Cena, and you all know that from when I reviewed um, Suicide Squad. I thought he was awful in that movie. He sucked. This movie, he was phenomenal. He was like the reason why I kept watching because he was good. And I gotta give him credit for this. This role really fit him. He did a good job. And, just that wackiness kind of, it's like he's excited for every little thing, and it just comes off as a little nutty, and which is what the character kind of was. And I thought he did a really, really good job of that. And getting an 8.5 for acting for John Cena is saying something. But it was also Meredith Hagner. She was just equally as fantastic. And there was a lot of other roles throughout the movie that those little bit roles that contributed to that number. And I thought as a supporting cast, they did a good job casting. Not so sure about the main two characters, but you know, the it was watchable. I would say that. Um, they did okay with screenwriting, storyline, production. That whole end of it. The music and sound I thought was very good. I gave it a 9.5. Um, I just thought, there was a chance to improve on that with the music. But overall, the music was really good, and of course, the sound was good. It wasn't a movie that you had to have a lot of special effects, so the sound part of it was mostly the music. And so the background, entertainment factor, I gave it an 8.5. I thought it was very entertaining. There was a lot of things that happened in the movie, and a lot of it was spawned by John Cena. Um, just his presence in this movie was just fantastic. I have to say, it was really good. Um, and the ending, well, it was predictable. Um, so I kind of gave it a 7.5. I think they could have did a better job with the ending. It was okay. Watchability, I'd say I gave it a 7, which is okay. Like I may not ever watch this movie again, but if it comes on, there's nothing else on that I want to watch, I may see it again. It's not like I can't see it. It's just whether or not I choose to see it. But it is watchable a second time. Um, so yeah. So overall, I gave this movie a 79.5, which is actually pretty decent. It's better than what I thought it was going to be. Because I saw John Cena was in it, and I'm like, oh my god, this is going to be terrible. But it wasn't terrible. It was actually entertaining. Do not let kids watch this movie. There's a lot of adult content in this movie. Um, you definitely need to put the age higher on this one. Uh, Not for all ages. We'll just say that. Um, so yeah. So that is Vacation Friends with John Cena and Lil Rel Howery and Yvonne Orji and Meredith Hagner. So I'd say watch it. I wouldn't pay. I wouldn't tell you to go pay theater money for this, but if you have IPTV, you don't have to pay for it. You just got it. Yes, I have IPTV, and I'm proud to say that. All right. So you are watching us on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. YouTube viewers, subscribe. Click that little bell. If you're not watching it on YouTube, go to YouTube and subscribe just in case you ever want to watch us on YouTube. Facebook, make sure you like, follow, share, 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 share. It's so important. That's how we survive. That is how we survive. That's how we stay on the air. Um, and of course, Twitch, follow, subscribe. Every subscribe you have, you get a chance to win John Wick over here. John Wick. See that? It's good size, beats right. It's awesome. So you get a chance to win that for every subscription. You get an entry, and we will pick a winner tomorrow. So make sure you get on and do this now. Subscribe. It'd be nice. And if you want to see more movie reviews, what our ratings are, you can go to HavenShine.net and you can see some of the stuff that we've rated throughout the years. Get on there. Get on there. So we are now going to go into the top 5 vacation movies of all time. But I did lie. It is actually 6 because there is a tie for 5th. I add up all the numbers. Well, I put the numbers in where they belong, and then I add them all up, and then it comes out to whatever it comes out. So this is how it came out. So without further ado, let's do number 5. Tied in the number 5 spot is The Great Outdoors with John Candy and Dan Aykroyd. I love this movie. I gave it an 86.5, and it deserves every bit of that, and maybe even more. Some people might say it's number 1. I did not. You might be upset, Scrong, if you're watching. But The Great Outdoors, John Candy, Dan Aykroyd, they're legends. You look up and down the ratings for each category, and they range from 8 to 10. So the 10s being the music and sound and the background. I mean, like, you can't get any better than Out in That Cabin in the Woods for the background. Like, it looked authentic. Like, they actually were there. The thing, and it's so small. It is so small. And I know it's a comedy, but I only gave 8 for production, mostly because of the animals. Bear, bat, if I'm not mistaken. They were kind of pretty lame. So I only gave it an 8 for that. I think they could have done a little better. Although it is an older movie, and then I gave it an 8 for watchability. Now, I have seen this a few times, but I can see people, seeing it once and then, because, that's how people are. Attention span, So I gave it an 8, and I gave it an 8.5 for the entertainment factor, because there are some parts in the movie where it kind of, is slow. But, overall, this movie definitely deserves to be where it is. It is number 5, tied with National Lampoon's European Vacation. So that is Chevy Chase and Beverly D'Angelo. The kids don't matter because that was probably the lowest of the score that I gave them. I believe it was 7.5 in European Vacation for the kids, the supporting cast. Uh, Look, it's all about Chevy Chase and Beverly D'Angelo. It's all about those two, the interaction with them two. Like, I'm not going to spoil anything. If you haven't seen it, you need to see it. But, of course, 9.0 I gave Chevy and Beverly because they're phenomenal. They are phenomenal together. Period. Everything about those two working together just makes a great movie. Um, Other high marks is entertainment factor, a 9. Like, you are going to laugh, you are going to enjoy the movie. Period. That's just how it is, and there is no doubt about that. What's up, Taurus? How are you doing? Glad to see you here. Um, so so number 5 tied Great Outdoors, and now European Vacation also tied at number 5. Both of them I've rated 86.5. So you should go see this movie, and you know, Scrong. I'm watching, but also watching Dragon Ball. Yes, okay, Scrong. Scrongbeard Gaming and Taurus from Twitch. So you might want to go check out their streams as well after this show. Let me stress that point, after this show. But we're going to jump to number 4. Number 4 also stars Chevy Chase, Beverly D'Angelo. And I'm sorry, Scrong, and I know you said this should have been number 1, but it is number 4 on this list. Look, I mean, when you think vacations, you think Chevy Chase, Beverly D'Angelo, and when Christy Brinkley drives by, and Chevy Chase is like flirting with her and all that, blah blah blah. You think of that. You think of this movie. Period. When you think vacations. Um, Again, 9 for the acting. Like, those two together are perfect. The mark that I gave pretty poorly was worse in this movie than the second one, the European Vacation, was the supporting cast. Look, those kids are just terrible. They were terrible. I mean, it took them a little while to get into a thing. I mean, but that first movie, those kids were horrible. They couldn't act. So a 7.5 is still giving them something because the movie itself is great, but they weren't too good. Music and sound, of course, 10. Hey, you had that theme song. Like, that the theme song alone makes it a 10 for the music and sound. Um, Entertainment factor, I gave it an 8.9 because it took a little while to get them on the vacation. But once they got on there, not that the other parts of the movie weren't funny, but it was good. And Wally World, when he lost it, he lost it. That ending, 8.9, because I like the ending. Um, there's always a chance for improvement, so I gave it an 8.9, which is really good for this kind of a movie. So that is number 4, Vacation. We're going top 3. Who's gonna be? Did Vacation Friends make it? I don't think so, because there's no way it beats out Vacation. No way. 79 point whatever it was, 79.5 was not good enough. So, number 3, and it is a vacation movie. What About Bob? Look, it's Bill Murray. Like, Bill Murray is a genius as far as I'm concerned. You know, um, one of my favorite, him and John Candy from that generation was fantastic, and What About Bob was no different. Bill Murray, Richard Dreyfuss, Julie Haggerty played Richard Dreyfuss's wife. They went on vacation. Bob was, you know, his patient. Played, Bill Murray obviously was the patient. He's the nutcase, suffers from anxiety. So, but it's really bad. And he followed them on vacation and just injected himself into their lives. Um, it's quite hilarious. Like, it's Bill Murray. Like, if you like Bill Murray and Stripes, Groundhog Day, just about anything. Zombieland, that little bit role, but that was memorable in Zombieland. You will enjoy What About Bob? So, getting down to the numbers, 9.5 for the acting. Um, Richard Dreyfuss, of course, is a great actor. And of course, Bill Murray is one of the best, Ghostbusters. I mean, come on. Like, he's fantastic. He is an icon. So, uh, what else was there? Storyline, screenwriting, music and sound, background, entertainment factors, all nines. Like, there was nothing bad about this movie. Everything was 8.5 to 9.5. No tens, but 8.5 to 9.5. And you come out, and it's an 89.3. It's from 1991, so it's got some age, and like Vacations, they're 83 and 85. So there's like all these movies that you're seeing are pretty much from that same generation. So um, so what will change in number two and number one? It's coming. So again, Bill Murray, like, you cannot go wrong. If Bill Murray's in a movie, the chances are it's going to be good. So you got to go see it. So that's going to bring us to number two. Number two. Oh, I forgot to change that. I forgot to give Bob his due. There we go. What about Bob? Number three. So now number two. I may take some heat from this one. I may take some heat. If not this one, number one. Now, remember, it is a vacation movie. These people are on vacation. Number two, I have Dirty Dancing. Yes, I know. I know. But Patrick Swayze, Jennifer Grey, Jerry Orbach. I mean, that's a cast. That's a good cast. Uh, like, the acting, 9.5. Like, it didn't get it. Like, it couldn't have been better. Like, who would you recast to play Patrick Swayze's character? Johnny, I believe it was. Like, who do you? John Travolta? That would not have been as good as the movie. Like, Patrick Swayze was the exact person you needed for that. And, like, look, the storyline, the setting, like, everything was good about it. 9, 9, 9. The music, obviously, 10 for music and sound. Like, does it get any better? You know, uh, like, it doesn't. Yeah. So Scrung, Great Outdoors was tied for fifth with European Vacation. In case you did miss that. Now we're talking Dirty Dancing number two. So look, I mean, entertainment factor 8.9, ending 8.9. The watchability I had, that's the lowest mark That's the lowest mark, and it's an 8. So, um, yeah. So Dirty Dancing came out number 2, total of 90.0 rating. So, yeah, I have to say that I did enjoy the movie. Like the whole setting, like back in that day, that time period, because it was set, way back. I believe it was 60s. Don't quote me on that. Maybe a little earlier than that. But the way that baby Jennifer Grey interacted with Johnny and her dad, you know, was spot on for that time period. It's not it's not like today. So if you were around in those days, maybe I'm dating myself as pretty old, um, but yeah, yes, nobody puts Baby in the corner, and nobody puts Dirty Dancing in the corner. It is number 2. So again, watch these movies. These top 5, well, technically 6. These top 6, you should watch them. These are great, and being 90.0, it is a must see. So Dirty Dancing is a must see. And now I'm gonna take a lot of criticism from Scrong right here, because now he's thinking, what the hell is number 1 if Vacationing and Great Outdoors is at number 1, right? All right, so you're gonna hate me, but I look. I've watched a lot of movies, and I am not sorry that I have Weekend at Bernie's at number 1. Let me just let you sit on that one. Yes, Weekend at Bernie's is a vacation movie. Two guys find some fraud in their business, so Bernie invites them to come down to his you know resort house. I can't even remember where it was, but it was somewhere tropical. It was beautiful, so they go down there, and then the story progresses from there. I'm not going to give it away, because if you haven't seen it, you really need to watch this movie, because there are some parts in this movie that I still laugh uncontrollably every time I see this movie. Uncontrollably. Like, you know it's coming, and you start laughing just knowing that it's coming. This movie was hilarious. It stars Andrew McCarthy, Jonathan Silverman, and Terry Kaiser as Bernie. It is from 1989, so it's going back, 80s. So that puts everything in an 8-year period from, like, I don't know, 83 to 91. All of those movies. That was the generation that made some great, great movies. And so Weekend at Bernie's, look, the lowest mark I gave was to the actor's believability, because Andrew McCarthy and Jonathan Silverman, they might not be great actors, but they were good enough to really make you believe that, you know what they were doing. I'm not going to give it away. No spoiler alerts like I did with Suicide Squad. Giant starfish. In case you'd missed that spoiler alert. Um, yeah. So Andrew McCarthy, Jonathan Silverman, I gave them an 8. That was the lowest mark. Look, music and sound, a 10. Like, you feel like you're there in the tropical, the resort, wherever they were. It's been a while since I've seen it. Background, everything looked great, 10. Entertainment factor, 10. It's a 10 because you will laugh. You cannot help but laugh. Just their whole interaction with Bernie. It's just hilarious. You gotta watch this. The watchability, a 9, because I can watch it over and over and over again and still laugh at all those parts that I'm talking to you about. It is great. The ending, 8.5. You know, uh, like this movie is number one. It's and it was 91.5, so it had a 1.5 advantage over Dirty Dancing. So, I mean, this is a funny movie. It's one of my top 5 funniest movies ever, to go along with like Stir Crazy, you know, Happy Gilmore, Tommy Boy. It's in that category where you just laugh. It's supposed to make you feel good. It's supposed to be funny. It delivers. So that is the number one movie. So, again, let me bring my boy John Wick out. He wants a new home. He wants a new home. So for every sub on Twitch, you get entered. If you're the only sub, then you win. So we will have a winner named tomorrow on Pop Ascension. So throw a sub. Try to get John Wick. All right, YouTube, Facebook, Twitch. We're on all of them. You can watch the video after we go off air. And you can watch it over and over again. And please, please, please share the video. Throw some comments. Get us noticed. And, we hope to come back next week with an all new episode. I don't know what it's going to be yet, but we're going to do something. Whether it's TV or movies, whatever. We'll try to review it. And, Vacation Friends, again, 79.5, did not make the top 5 all time. So this is HavenShine Reviews, and we will see you next time.